Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we are covering more news. That's right, Aranessa Saltspite has been announced, as everyone kind of figured, honestly. She's the only one that could have fit that silhouette. But it's awesome, she looks really cool. So first off, a tweet from them saying Aranessa Saltspite is one of the most respected and feared pirate captains of Sartosa. Now, many a corpse washes up against the hull, and the vampire first mates breathe unlife into them, creating a vast rabble of loyal crew. Interesting, so vampire first mates, but yeah, she doesn't look like a vampire to me, so let's have a look at her. So first impression there, she looks awesome. Yeah, she has sawfish for teeth, for legs, sawfish teeth for legs. She's got teethed legs. It's weird. Anyway, also there's sort of a follow-up tweet, which is in bold here, you see. As part of the living realm, rather than the undead, Aranessa commands a human pirate crew known as the Sartosa Free Company, otherwise reluctantly sharing control of the desert denizens of the Vampire Coast. Now this is really cool. So she's going to be the Lord, but she's alive, which is interesting, because there's been a lot of speculation with her, because her death was a bit ambiguous, you see, in the novel that she was in. So people thought, oh, she's been turned into a vampire or something, but apparently not. So how she ended up here, I'm not really sure. Sort of, you know, as part of the piratey undead crew, but also leading them. It seems strange. So I don't know if Luther Harkon or, well, I guess it was Dreadfleet. So she was actually, you know, it would have been Noctilus that would have taken her under his wing. So I'm not really sure. I don't really know, which is kind of cool. So here, though, I do have... here we go. So someone posted this, which is interesting on Reddit. So, yeah, so Xblood Raven, thank you for posting this. This is actually basically her last entry of that novel. So it actually says, just as she was squeezing herself free, the once dwarf grabbed hold of her tail and pulled with all its strength. Her face contorted in agony. Aranessa hurriedly cut herself free from the straps that held her new tail around her. She wriggled free, leaving her tail wedged firmly in the shattered eye port and trapping the once dwarf inside. Risking a glance backwards, Aranessa saw the malevolent creature staring at her from behind the thick glass of its cabled prison. Pink bubbles seethed out of its nose and mouth as it boiled alive like a lobster in a pot. Exhausted and bereft of her new tail, Aranessa was tugged backwards into the darkness by slow but irresistible force. She stuck her tongue out as she passed the glass eye of the mechanical monster, jabbing the three-fingered sign of the trident at its dying captain. As the Queen of the Tides drifted backwards towards the Maelstrom's gnashing maw, the sickly green lights inside the black kraken flickered, ebbed, and died. So, yeah, so the speculation here, for a lot of people, has been this irresistible force was, you know, the lore of the, you know, dark magic pulling her in to then, yeah, give her the blood kiss, I guess. So, you know, it's she's alive, though, which is interesting. So I'm not quite sure what deal was made, because she seemed pretty set to try and stop the Dreadfleet, rather than join it. So that's kind of cool. So now, quick Wikipedia entry as well. So well, not Wikipedia, Warhammer Fantasy Wikia, anyway. Her origins are shrouded in mystery, but Aranessa Saltspite is nonetheless one of the most feared pirate captains of Sartosa, a self-styled pirate queen. To some, she is the daughter of the sea god Manan himself, with brine for blood. To others, she is a mutant, who cut off her own fishtail after being cast out of her Norscan tribe as a child. What cannot be denied, whatever her origins may be, is that her skill at the helm or with cutlass is such that none can dispute her lethality in combat. So, yeah. So, actually I did have this Wikipedia page as well, in preparation for this, but actually, I don't think it matters all that much. All it's got here is the Swordfish has the only female captain in the Grand Alliance, Aranessa Saltspite. Aranessa was born without normal legs, and with spined flesh instead. She later amputated her legs and replaced them with jagged blades of sawfish. That's kind of covered in this beautiful page. I do love this website, by the way. If anyone at CA is watching this, I love this. It is really cool, because I used to do web design, so I appreciate a nicely done website. It's pretty cool. But yeah, she looks fantastic. You can see her mutation is a bit more extreme than just like her legs, you know. Her arms are all scaly and things. I don't know if this is further mutation that she suffered as a result of being sort of spared death. It's interesting. This is very interesting. And again, big old halberd, much like the one that we see pictured here with Count Noctilus. So, I don't know, it seems like he's armed her or something. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So, Queen of the Tides, Aranessa Saltspite, is one of the most respected and feared pirate captains of Sartosa. Some say she is the daughter of the sea god Mutant himself, and he whispers to her to take control of all the world's oceans. Now, many a sea-bloated corpse washes up against the swordfish's hull, and so the vampire first mates breathe unlife unto them, creating a vast rabble of loyal crew. Ready to serve at Captain Saltspite's command, as part of the living realm rather than the undead, she commands a human pirate crew known as the Sartosa Free Company, otherwise reluctantly sharing control of the denizens of the vampire ghost. So, yeah, that was kind of covered in the tweet, but anyway. So, she's got some cool effects that, there's one that I'm especially excited about. You'll know which one it is. So, Aranessa Saltspite's ruthlessness earns her additional income from raiding and sacking settlements, as well as increasing her chance of finding treasure maps. So that's cool. So, finding treasure maps. So there's going to be treasure maps, right? That's a bit of a clue there. So there's clearly going to be some kind of treasure map mechanic, which sounds like a lot of fun. So there'll be some proper old-school pirating, right? You know, sailing the high seas in search of treasure. That's going to happen, and apparently it had a better chance for her than anyone else. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Lord effects, Aranessa Saltspite is a bit of a tongue twister. Inspiring presence and aura of leadership increases the weapon strength and melee attack of her Sartosa Free Company units. So having a load of human guys, it's kind of interesting. I guess they're going to be better in melee than their zombie equivalents, and I don't know, I guess they're just going to be better, but the fact they're not going to be unbreakable in a unbreakable army seems kind of unusual, and I imagine you can't really use, you know, if there is lore of vampires at your disposal, then you're not going to really be able to use Invocation of Heck on them or anything, so it seems unusual. I don't know how good these guys are going to be, but I think it's cool that she's got a mixed roster like that. I think it's going to be really cool, especially if the Free Company get a proper reskin and a bit of remodeling as well, so they look truly piratey rather than just being more Free Company. I'd love to see them look very unique. That would be great. But, of course, no way of knowing yet. So, Mount, Rotting Promethean. Which one is that? Is that the really big crab, or is that one of the smaller crabs? I don't know. I don't know which one's the Promethean and which one, like, is the Rotting Leviathan. So I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's the big one, because that would be awesome. So there are a few sights as terrifying as Aranessa Saltspite riding into battle on a giant rotting crustacean. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's pretty scary. So, unique weapon. So this is just ludicrously awesome. I love this. As its name suggests, Kraken's Bane bestows Aranessa Saltspite with an aura that increases the melee attack of friendly units, as well as giving them a bonus when facing large foes. She's going to have an aura of anti-large. So against any factions like, I guess, Lizardmen, things like that, you know, they're going to have a big stompy roster. She's going to be amazing. But I'll just give everything anti-large is nuts. That is crazy scary. So that is really cool. So, as well as, where is it? So yeah, extra melee attack for Sartosa Free Company. So, extra melee attack buff. And here, another melee attack buff. So, with a load of these guys near her, they're presumably going to be shooting stuff willy-nilly. She's going to be on a big crab. And everything will have anti-large and crazy high melee attack. So, that sounds awesome. I cannot wait to see this in action. It's going to be really cool. Unique skills. So she's a mutant. Yep. Aranessa Saltspite may not be undead, but she is far from human. A bit unfair, guys. It's a bit unfair. You know, she's just a mutant. Anyway, the inherent resilience of her warped form, increasing her hit points and making her immune to fatigue. She's not going to get tired, which is so cool. Although, I guess, if, you know, fatigue, that's great. For sort of, you know, things like Grail Knights that can cycle charge, right? And Centaurs. But, I think the thing that's going to really be useful with that is if she is on a big old crab. That crab is supposedly going to have a lot of armor. And although it's not really... You can't see it anywhere. It doesn't tell you anywhere. Except on Total War's Wiki. You actually lose armor when you're exhausted. When you're very tired and when you're exhausted, you lose, I think it's 15% and 25% of your armor. So that means that they're never going to suffer that armor loss. So her big armored mount is going to remain armored, which is really cool. So I really like that. I think that's really interesting. So that's cool. That is very cool. Anyway, also Swordfish Peg Leg. well, it should be peg legs, really. Aranessa Saltspite's legs take the form of wickedly serrated swordfish bills, increasing her armor and weapon strength. So she's going to have bonus armor as well as not losing it through fatigue. And the extra weapon strength, that's not going to get debuffed either, so she's going to be really formidable. Creatures of Manaan. Aranessa Saltspite's keen knowledge of rotting Prometheans and rotting Leviathans. See, they are different. I think one is the big crab and one is the little crab, but I don't know which order they come in. Leviathan, I think, sounds bigger, so she's probably going to be on a smaller crab. But anyway, allows her to reduce her upkeep and improve their missile resistance. That is pretty cool, because this kind of stuff, you're going to want to shoot at it with cannons and things, so some missile resist is going to be very, very nice indeed. Don't know how big that missile resist is going to be, but it's all going to help keep that stuff alive. I hope this stuff is all available in multiplayer, by the way. Anyway, it is clear why some believe her to be the daughter of the sea god Manaan. Yeah, I mean, seems a bit fishy, right? I'm sorry, I had to go there. It's, you know, it was wide open. Guys, Gifted Sailor. Aranessa Saltspite's mastery of the waves brings many benefits, increasing the leadership of her Sartosa Free Company units, as well as increasing her army's movement and replenishment rates. So again, more buffs to a Free Company, which is cool. So these guys might not be the best things in the world, but under her command, they're probably going to be very, very scary indeed. Like goblins, they're fine, but as part of Skarsnik's army, they're ridiculous. So we could see the same kind of thing with just a ton of Free Company under her command being crazy good. So I'm looking forward to see how that pans out. So self-taught gunner. Aranessa Saltspite's formidable gunnery skills increase the ammunition of Karene's mortars and Queen Bess. So more ammo to fire. So a lot of guns. So a lot of humans that are better than they probably should be otherwise, and a lot of guns. A lot of ammo for a lot of guns. I like this army. It sounds so good. Your worst nightmare. Aranessa Saltspite's reputation as one of Sartosa's most formidable pirate captains is well earned. Her notoriety boosting her melee attack even further, and giving her a ward save, in addition to increasing plunder gained from encounters at sea. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Honestly, that's nuts. So many buffs. So many attack buffs for things. But then with the ward save and a load of armor, it makes it sound so tanky, but also so killy. So I have no idea how it's going to be balanced at all. I'm very, very interested to find out. It could just be, yeah, you can buff all these things over the course of a campaign, but she might be quite squishy initially. That's kind of what I think. Anyway, so her starting position is Sartosa, which explains all those Sartosans she's hanging out with, so not that surprising. So yeah, it's in Sartosa, which is pretty cool. So far we got down here, up here, and over here as the starting locations. And obviously on Mortal Empires, yes, it's in Sartosa. Again, no surprise. But with the updated Mortal Empires map, you can see that's where the thingy is. The thingy, what's it? The font's too small, and I can't remember. Galleon's Graveyard, and that's the one. That's where the Galleon's Graveyard is in Mortal Empires. So still under Ulf 1, still in basically the same place, geographically. So, yeah, going to be a lot of pirates in this, this part of the world, which I really like, because it's going to make campaigns anywhere around any of this area way more interesting and diverse. So I cannot wait. And frankly, with all their missions to go out and plunder, I mean, Ulf 1's going to be more interesting. Laverne might be in trouble early on from pirate raids. All of Bretonia is probably going to see some pirate action. So a lot of this is going to be really, really cool. I cannot wait. I mean, I think just all the other campaigns around it are going to be really interesting. So, and finally, we got the Swordfish. This is her ship, and it appears to have one of the legs on the front of it, which is impressive. So it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I think Noctila still has the coolest ship available. His, I think, is still the coolest. It's only the most sinister looking. But this one, you can kind of tell. It looks sort of human, you know. It's not got the most tattered sails. It's not got like tentacles driving it. No, this looks like a working ship that a human that isn't, you know, keeping it from sinking magically and all the rest of it, or, you know, animating parts of it. It just looks like a very standard ship, but I really do like this ram on the front. It looks pretty cool. And, yeah, very interesting sails here with the skeleton with the tail. So, reminiscent of her tail. So I guess she's embraced that part of her now. So, yeah, pretty damn cool to see. Oh, I'm so excited. Also, for Mortal Empires, we can quickly see Count Noctilus. Yep, start location, boom, and yeah, there's the bloody Reaver. That thing is so gnarly. I love it. Anyway, and finally, Luther Harkon. So, of course, yeah, he starts where you expect him to, in the Vampire Coast. So, you know, no surprises there. But, yeah, pretty damn cool. And one more look at the Dread Abyssal, because that's cool. Yeah, I love it. So, yeah, Aranessa Saltspite. She seems really interesting. But no one really seems to have any idea who the heck this is. Just no one knows. There's been a load of theories, but I haven't really seen any theories of people that would fit this silhouette. You know? So, I don't know. I can't wait to find out what this is about. I'm very interested, because frankly, I'm very new to any Dreadfleet lore. I've got like 100 books on my shelf. Just Warhammer, you know, battle books and RPG supplements and all sorts. It's just, I just have nothing on the Vampire Coast in those books. So I'm completely in the dark here. So I'm actually finding this way more exciting than I normally would, because I get to learn about all this stuff with you guys and read all your, you know, all your comments about, oh, it could be all these characters, all these little crazy characters that are spread out all over the lore and in different novels. It's really interesting. So I absolutely love the discussion I've had with you guys. It's really interesting to hear your thoughts. But yeah, Aranessa Saltspite. Again, everyone kind of saw it coming, but damn, she looks cool. Let's have a look at her video one last time as we end it, shall we? Oh, don't do that. There we go. So guys, that'll be it then. If you did enjoy this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and of course, you know, be part of the discussion, because frankly, I'm learning a lot from the comment section the last few days. It's been really cool. So yeah, I hope to continue that. So that's me done. So yeah, have a good one, guys.